Wiki Wednesday here in Pupper Pieland, and we're continuing to talk about my stuffies. Today, we'll talk about the very first stuffie my mommy bought for me. It was a narwhal. All I know is that they look like swimmy unicorns and squeak when you squeeze them. Let's learn more together. The link to Kittle, the Kids Encyclopedia, is in the description below if you want to read along. Narwhal facts for kids. The narwhal, or narwhal, is a medium-sized toothed whale that possesses a large tusk from a protruding canine tooth. It lives year-round in the Arctic waters around Greenland, Canada, and Russia. The narwhal males are distinguished by a long, straight helical tusk, which is an elongated upper left canine. Narwhals are medium-sized whales for both sexes. Excluding the male's upper tusk, the total body size can range from 13 to 18 feet. The males are slightly larger than the females. The average weight of an adult narwhal is 1760 to 3530 pounds. That's more than 100 pupper pies weigh. Narwhals do not have a dorsal fin, and their neck vertebrae are jointed like those of most other mammals, not fused as in dolphins and most whales. Found primarily in Canadian Arctic and Greenlandic and Russian waters, the narwhal is a uniquely specialized Arctic predator. In winter, it feeds on benthic prey, mostly flatfish, under dense pack ice. During the summer, narwhals eat mostly Arctic cod and Greenland halibut, with other fish such as polar cod making up the remainder of their diet. I've only ever had salmon before, but I'm sure cod is just as tasty. Each year, they migrate from bays into the ocean as summer comes. In the winter, the male narwhals occasionally dive up to 49-20 feet in depth, with dives lasting up to 25 minutes. I don't understand diving. The tennis ball floats right on top of the water. Narwhals, like most toothed whales, communicate with clicks, whistles, and knocks. Description. All narwhals have 2 teeth in their upper jaw. After the first year of a male narwhal's life, its left tooth grows outward spirally. There are some narwhals that are double-tusked, but they are not as common. This long, single, or double tooth projects from its upper jaw and can grow to be 8.75 feet long. Tusks are usually twisted in a counterclockwise direction and are hollow inside. The tusk's function is uncertain, perhaps used as a formidable jousting weapon in courtship and dominance rivalry, in getting food, and or for channeling and amplifying sonar impulses which they emit. The tusk is not used in hunting. Long ago, narwhal sightings probably reinforced, or even started, the unicorn legends. In fact, when people found the horn of a dead narwhal washed up on shore, they thought that they had found the horn of a unicorn. Narwhals can dive deep into the sea around 800 meters, but they can also sometimes dive up to 1,500 meters. This makes them one of the deepest diving sea mammals. Habitat. Narwhals live in the icy waters of the Arctic seas. They do not go far away from ice. Brr, I don't like being cold and wet. I wouldn't do very well playing with narwhals, huh? Narwhals are migrating animals who like to move from one place to live in another place for a while. I don't like that either. I just like to be home with my mommy and my daddy. When it is warm in summer, groups of them move closer to land, where they can sometimes be seen in the estuaries, deep fjords, and bays of Greenland and northern Canada. These groups can be as big as 10 or even as big as 100 sometimes. But when winter comes around again, they move back to the icy waters where they can breathe from small holes in the ice. Every so often, people who are lucky get to see them in northwest Russia. Narwhals can hunt under ice and like to eat Arctic fish such as the flatfish, Greenland halibut, and the polar and Arctic cod, shrimp, and squid. They suck in their prey when they get close. Sometimes called the Eskimos, are allowed to hunt the narwhals for food. The narwhal's blubber keeps it warm in the Antarctic sea's cold water all year long, and during the summer it swims in groups of 10 to 100 to northern Canada and Iceland. Behavior. Narwhals normally congregate in groups of about 5 to 10, and sometimes up to 20 outside the summer. Groups may be nurseries with only females and young, or contain only post-dispersal juveniles or adult males, but mixed groups can occur at any time of the year. In the summer, several groups come together, forming larger aggregations, which can contain from 500 to over 1,000 individuals. At times, a bull narwhal may rub its tusk with another bull, a display known as tusking, and thought to maintain social dominance hierarchies. However, this behavior may exhibit tusk use as a sensory and communication organ for sharing information about water chemistry sensed in tusk microchannels. Diet. Narwhals have a relatively restricted and specialized diet. Their prey is predominantly composed of Greenland halibut, polar and Arctic cod, cuttlefish, shrimp, and armhook squid. Additional items found in stomachs have included wolffish, capelin, skate eggs, and sometimes rocks, accidentally ingested when whales feed near the bottom. Due to the lack of well-developed dentation in the mouth, narwhals are believed to feed by swimming towards prey until it is within close range, and then sucking it with considerable force into the mouth. It is thought that the beaked whales, which have similarly reduced dentition, also suck up their prey. Daddy jokes that I inhale my food when I eat too quickly and give myself a tummy ache, but these guys really inhale their food. Diving. When in their wintering waters, narwhals make some of the deepest dives recorded for a marine mammal, diving at least 2,620 feet over 15 times per day, with many dives reaching 4,920 feet. Dives to these depths last around 25 minutes, including the time spent at the bottom and the transit down and back from the surface. That's a long time to hold your breath. I can't hold my breath that long, can you? Communication. As with most toothed whales, narwhals use sound to navigate and hunt for food. Clicks, whistles, and knocks may be created via air between chambers near the blowhole and reflected off the sloping front of the skull. These sounds are then focused by the animal's melon, which can be controlled by musculature. Click trains are produced both for echolocation of prey and for locating obstacles at short distances. I remember that from when we talked about dolphins. Isn't it cool that the same things happen with different animals? Breeding and early life. Females start bearing calves when 6 to 8 years old. Adult narwhals mate in April or May when they are in offshore pack ice. Gestation lasts for 14 months and calves are born between June and August the following year. As with most marine mammals, only a single young is born, averaging 5.2 feet in length and white or light gray in color. Newborn calves begin their lives with a thin layer of blubber which thickens as they nurse their mother's milk, which is rich in fat. Calves are dependent on milk for around 20 months. This long lactation period gives calves time to learn skills they need for survival during maturation when they stay within 2 body lengths of the mother. So, narwhals are really underwater unicorns. They are so cool, and I see why Mommy likes them so much. I don't know if I'll ever meet one, because Mommy and I both do not like the cold. I'm glad we're getting so smart together, though. Stay tuned on Friday for the next chapter in Master Frisky by Clarence Hawkes, and come back next week when we'll learn about another one of my stuffies. Thanks for joining me today. Bye!